I just closed on a deal, and it's funny because it was with someone I used to work with when I first started selling out real estate. I came back to KW Philly. I used to be their rental agent 2 years ago, and it's just funny to come back and visit where you started, and you know, people are watching me and they are just saying nice things to me, and it just really, it kind of makes me feel good. You know, a lot of changes has been made in 2 years. But anyway, I am heading back to the office right now.
You're a little bit closer to people, but still safe because I'm touching the table.
Actually, they did mention about something that yeah， 我叫人过去了，他在就好了。那我现在就人过去了。
Yeah, but that's hers.
Yeah, but okay, okay.
25%. When are you cutting it? Because the agent needs a check.
When? No?
She says she needs a check. She want me to take a picture of her check before I send it out. And I do need my check too because I'm broke. I haven't got paid in...
Tell your husband give you money.
No, I went back to the company where I started 2 years ago, and I went upstairs, and my desk and my table is still there. I just see a lot of new faces, and I saw my old team leader. I went inside and, you know, I gave him a hug, and then I saw my the admin before, like her name is Louise. She's super nice. She's like basically a mom to everyone on the team. I saw her.
Oh yeah, it was a team, right?
Oh yeah. I gave her a hug, and then I saw like my other couple coworkers. They used to make fun of me.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, they used to like make fun and be like, oh, what are you doing with your camera? Like that. I saw them. It was good. It was really good seeing them because, you know, obviously when someone left the company, obviously they're gonna watch you to see where, right, like where you're ending up, like if you made the wrong decision, because people don't like when you leave a company, right? So it's kind of out of the ordinary that you are succeeding, because obviously if you fail, they're gonna be like, I told you so, like you shouldn't leave us. But anyway, everything's good.
Like, let's just pretend I started on a team, and I get like some leads, but do I always give money to my team lead?
Well, so this is how it works. I don't know about sales because I never really got that far. I only did rentals. So David gave me all the rental leads, and when I get a check, he gets 45%. I only get 55. Yeah. So if, you know, a rental check is probably around 1,500. Yeah, and then like, no, 1,500. Oh, I'm sorry. No, if a 1 month rent is 1,500, I get paid $750. So yeah, so David's check will be around 300, and I'll be like 450 or something like that.
That's ridiculous. That's a ton of money you're giving that team lead.
Well, I was very unknowledgeable.
Well, I'm just thinking in general, like it can't, like if they give you buyer leads, you gotta give shit to the team lead too, right?
Well, I would imagine so. Like I think it's the same. So if you get a buyer lead, you know, they give you a buyer lead, then you give them 55%. I've also heard that in other Keller Williams company, if they gave you a lead, your portion of the check is only 30%. They get 70. Because
That's awful.
No, because they gave you the lead and they also train you. They teach you for everything.
That is absolutely
well, which is why it's really hard to survive.
You're not gonna build a business like that. Holy shit.
It's very hard. It's very tough.
Any portion of the check. That's really bad.
Nope. Yeah. So the funny thing is, I went there. There's a new agent. He's actually shadowing with the agent I went for closing with. And then I just, you know, I was bored and I went and I talked to the guy. I was like, hey, how have you been doing? Like, how long have you been doing this? He said, I'm in this like 2 months. And then the next thing he's like, oh yeah, I'm doing very well. I love it. And I'm like, okay. Because I know if I'm 2 months in, I was doing rentals. Obviously, I'm going to say, yeah, I love it when people ask me, right?
Yeah.
But I'm actually miserable. Because you probably are working for free for your agents. For your clients most of the time.
I guess you don't know any better either. Like, if I'm a rental agent, I think I'm making good money. Like,
you cannot be picky when you first start. You have to have the right attitude. Hi guys, welcome back. So today is Friday, February the 14th, and I was doing continuing education the past 2 days. And to conclude this vlog, out of this whole week, it's been pretty hectic. So today, it's around 8 o'clock. I just went to Dollar General. I got a few gift bags. I have some closing gifts to give to my sellers. I have 2 settlements this afternoon, and I'm actually heading to the office right now. I have a listing appointment in an hour. But to conclude this video, I want to tell you guys, so what is my biggest fear when I started selling real estate? I thought about this question. It was from one of the subscribers that sent it to me. I thought about it for a few days, and I think my biggest fear was disappointment. The reason my biggest fear is disappointment has something to do with how I grow up. When I was back in China, my parents are very hard on me, especially with academic. I was pressured into taking a lot of like extra credits. Even when I come to America for high school, my grades aren't the best and I don't really like school. So I always feel the pressure to, you know, fake a image as if I'm like a really good student, which I never am. So I have this biggest fear every time when I talk to my dad. He's like, okay, so what's your grades? Like, and I was like, oh, I tried really hard and I got a B-. And then he's like, why is it not A? And I'm like, well, I'm not smart enough. So the same mentality applies to 10 years after with real estate. When I first started, if you guys notice, most of the real estate coach online, they taught you to say, hey, you know, like, I'm the best agent in the world. Like, is there anything I can do for you? Or you should list with me because I can do the best job for you. I can net you the most money possible. But when I was new, I have no experience and I'm really young, I was forced into saying the script, but I don't really believe in myself, let alone thinking that my seller can actually believe what I'm saying and let me list the house. Even if when I got lucky, when I got my first listing, off from Zillow, which I paid for, I went to see the seller, I overpriced it. So it took me almost 4 months for me to get that house under contract, and we had to do 2 price drops. And every time when my seller calls, and God, that was just like the hardest time to pick up the phone because I know I had screwed up. So when you guys ask me my biggest fear, I really would say, you know, it's the fear of loss and it's the fear of disappointment to not fulfilling my promise to my seller. So now that I'm in the business for my 3rd year, how do I really, you know, figure things out? I mean, I made tons of mistakes my first year, so was my 2nd year. Now I'm really doing listing, which is something that I absolutely love to do, and I did a pretty goddamn good job for all my sellers. So now I really feel like I have, you know, my evidence and my data to really back it up. Everything I tell them is the truth. It's their option if they don't want to list with me. It's up to them. So this is kind of how I transitioned into it. And if you guys are watching, you know, till now, you really need to, you know, also try your best and to make a lot of mistakes to make yourself stronger. And ultimately, that way, you can, you know, just be where I am right now. like 3 years after. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you watch until the end, please go ahead and go comment fortune cookies so I know who are the real MVP. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.